everyone. Welcome back to the Afters podcast. We are in a very special location today. I'm so excited to bring you guys into D6 at the Parq Casino, and invited by none other than Northern Haus. I'm so excited to have you guys on.
Hey guys.
We thought it would be super fun to come to the industry night, first ever of its kind at D6 with the Northern Haus. We've got music by Zeta and Kevin Shiu, and we've invited the entire industry, or they have, and we have also invited ourselves. So we're going to be chit-chatting away to all sorts of DJs and industry professionals, producers, and we thought to start us off, what inspired you guys to have this?
We've been thinking for a while about, doing an event and kind of playing around, like, should we be doing like a party? Should we be throwing, like a rave or a club show? And, just based around the events that we do at the studio, like our Haus Residency live stream, it's a very community first event. And we were like, because of the size of our studio, we can only fit so many people, and it's an invite only event. And we figured, why not expand that ethos out and have, the wider community, everyone be able to come into one place, because we've gotten so much value out of our smaller studio events where we just get to meet people and talk and get to know one another. And we just felt it was time to do something like that and involve everyone. And we're so excited to be able to meet everyone, hear their story, hear their path through music, whether they're coming from the business side or the music side or the performance side. And everyone's story has so much to share and so much to learn from. And that's what tonight's all about for us.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds exactly like what we experience at Northern Haus. It's just like
every single week.
Just every time we go. I can't tell you how much value I've gotten out of it, and I think tons of people would say the same thing. It's just been such a bringing together space for people who are just nerdy about this stuff. You know what I mean? It's just
we are nerds.
We're all nerds.
You heard it
Our
here first.
interest is music, for sure.
It's awesome to hear that you felt that way, because what Bryn and I try to do with Haus Residency is just hold a very open space, and to regardless of where you are, what your passion is in the scene and beyond, it's you're welcome, and let's connect and let's feed each other's passions. And
because Leah and I started going before we were even started to learn how to DJ.
Absolutely.
Before she even played a gig, or before I even started thinking about doing it.
I just thought it was really cool, and everybody there was so nice and kind and inviting. And then now that I am a DJ and I'm learning how to produce, I can connect with people who are on the spectrum a little bit farther down than I am, give me advice and stuff like that. So I think that's a really good network that you guys have made.
No, it's amazing. And we all go to like so many parties and go to see our friends play, and go and see artists that come into town, for shows and everything. So this is like a really beautiful opportunity to, still have incredible music by Kevin Shiu and Zeta, from his first Evolve music event. But kind of make it more of a place where it's not so much a party, it's an opportunity for us to really chat and connect and just be with one another and enjoy some drinks.
D6 is very loungy location. There's places to sit, there's places to talk. It's not going to be super loud.
We've been working with them and just felt like it was the perfect spot. It doesn't ask too much of you. Like, it's just like you said, it's the perfect place to just hang out and chat, have a nice drink. And actually, on a personal note, I was going to say, regarding the music tonight, having Kevin Shiu play tonight, he actually was the first DJ to play at our studio. And help us launch the live studio. So to have him here tonight launching this event is really special.
Well, we'll have him on.
It's
you
a
guys
beautiful,
can chat with
full
them.
circle
thing. It's a full circle.
Full circle,
Absolutely. Keep it in the family, bring everybody in. That's cool. What is something that you're looking forward to getting out of tonight? Walking away, what would be like, we succeeded. This is what we're looking for.
I would say for people to, first of all, just enjoy themselves. And in a weird, it sounds kind of weird or opposite, but for people to get what they wish to get out of it. And whether that's something that surprises them, they might have come in with a certain mindset, and then they leave making a connection that they didn't know they would have made. And that's beautiful. So I think just for people to enjoy themselves and,
What about
Beautiful.
you? Anything to...
Yeah, I would say the same. It just tonight this first event we went. We're gonna create this space and let people kind of tell us what they got out
Good
of it
idea, yeah.
and what they want out of this
Yeah.
event going forward. Like, would they like maybe a keynote speaker next time? Would they want more of a structure, or is the very casual atmosphere that we're creating this first event is that conducive to networking? So very much just asking everyone what they need, because at the end of the day, this event is for everyone that's coming to network. We're very much facilitating it and looking forward to also networking as well.
Yeah.
So I would say we're going to have to hear back from the wider community to really distill how we want to go forward.
Absolutely. Well, sound off in the comments. Leave everything down below. Bryn and Dom are so excited to hear from you. We're excited to hear from you. And we're going to go and keep chatting to more DJs. So.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yay! All right, so we have a Vancouver legend in our midst. Kevin Shiu joins us. How long have you been DJing in the Vancouver scene for?
It's probably over 30 years.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
30 years. That's older than you, yeah.
I know, actually, though.
Beginning of era.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
What is the biggest change that you've seen from the very beginning until now?
Of course, there's social media, there's the style of music changed, but most part of it is still people just loving the music. So I don't think that part ever changed. Like now social media, of course, played a big role in music business and party business. So I think that's a big change. Before there was no camera, nobody texting, everyone just partying.
Yeah. No social media,
social media.
photos.
That's the other thing too. I think social media is a big part of how they promote now too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Almost
You have to do
exclusively.
it. You have to do it.
Yeah, which is that would be a huge shift. Like I don't even think I can remember how people used to promote.
No.
Like street teams and poster ads and
for sure.
Well,
word of mouth.
actually,
Hard
back then, I
tickets.
think the most important part is whoever promotes something, they build a reputation of doing good events. So people trust those people, and they also trust the DJ. So when they hear the DJs playing, they're there. So it's more based on trust on people.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess diving into a little bit about you, what is your kind of favorite genre and has that changed a lot?
I have many genre, like the style that I collect music from every style, every BPM, from house, techno, sometimes even slower. And somehow I try to incorporate into my set, depends on where I play, what I play. Sometimes when I open, I go really slow and deep. Just try to have consistency, playing good music years after years. So it's just follow the good music.
Definitely. And
I buy all types, I just basically, it's like puzzle. You have all pieces of puzzle and you try to figure out how to put the picture together.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So
for
that's
sure.
usually-
Just like a true legend.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's just the style that it worked. There's a few guys that mentor me, and they're still some of the best in the world. And we all share the same principle. You just gotta stick to it, and then just keep going.
Definitely.
We were just talking to Dom and Bryn, and they mentioned that you were the first person to help them set off the Northern Haus nights. What was it? How did your relationship with them start?
Well, they kind of I've been around for a long time, so through the years, people get into the scene. Eventually, somehow, I'll meet them, or if they stick around long enough, I end up working with them. And I think I like their attitude. Like I meet everybody for the last 30 years. Anyone in the scene, basically, I have connection with everyone.
For sure,
And I like them. I think, these guys are cool. They don't have the egos. They're not, they're the nicer ones. So I thought, I always like to meet new people. So connecting with good people, it's part of what the scene is all about.
Yeah, I think I've said this before without any sliver of hyperbole. Those are probably the two nicest human beings you'll ever meet.
Oh my goodness.
Like the kindness, the energy.
Best hearts.
Yeah,
And I always thought too, it's not even, we have to support the good people that are doing things, because otherwise nothing will ever happen.
No.
Or the bad people will succeed.
Well, they do, but they don't. In the long run, they never do.
Yeah,
No.
that's
I'm
true.
sure you've seen that over 30 years.
They come and go.
They come and go, yeah.
But one that stick with it, no, we need to help each other out whenever
Absolutely.
we can.
Build a community. So what are you hoping for so you've been around for 30 years, what are you hoping for the next 30 years?
I just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm lucky everyone supports me, people like what I do, and it's good. I can't complain. I have lots of gratitude to being around for a long time, and I still like what I do.
Yeah.
And I still love what I do. I think that's the most important part of it.
What are your thoughts on
Absolutely.
where the underground music scene is today compared to like maybe 5-6 years ago?
I don't think there's such thing called underground anymore, because almost every type of music is on your social media. Depends who you follow.
Yeah, that's fair.
Underground is a term that I think sometimes people will get confused. Underground doesn't mean successful. Underground actually just means you're doing something that is not popular. Right? Opposite is popular.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really wrong with popular, because sometimes there's always going to be a Taylor Swift, there's always going to be somebody popular.
Pop music
That's
is
what you
what
want to
it is.
do, go for it, you know. But it's tough to stay popular for a long time. So when some people want to do more underground, they're like, okay, I don't want to sound like everyone else, I'm going to be less predictable, or I have a not as happy sound. You know, music that still give you a feeling, but without feeling like you're at a party.
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of call it more on the underground. Less known is underground.
Yeah.
But it's a fine line. So many people call themselves underground, but they want to be like, oh, I have 500,000 followers.
For sure, yeah.
Then you're not really underground.
Yeah.
So you might think you play underground, but it's just a term, really.
For sure, yeah.
Depends whether you want
Subjective.
to be famous, you want to be well known or not.
Yeah, maybe I'll rephrase the question then. Maybe like, how would you say the dance music scene is today compared to maybe 5 years ago, as far as
It's
like,
way bigger.
in Vancouver, I mean, too.
In Vancouver, yes. Actually, around the world, it's continue getting
For
bigger.
sure, it's getting bigger, for sure.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Because different generation come in, and a lot of the older generations, they still love the music. So, in a worldwide scale, it's gone bigger. But it's also becoming more mainstream. The genre has split. You know, there's guy that play the big rave, and you know they call it techno, but it's really
Big rumor.
EDM.
Yeah, EDM, yeah.
Very predictable.
Yeah.
Every one of those tracks with the vocal but that's the big show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Right?
what
So
they're...
that's a lot of that kind of stuff going on around the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very
that's a
cool.
good point,
The term
actually.
DJ is not really a DJ anymore, because nobody's actually going through buying records and play those music. Now I'm talking about the big EDM guys. They're not really DJ.
Yeah, they're
just playing
they're
that they
pre-arranged sets. Maybe not
It's not
pre-recorded,
even
but definitely
prearranged,
pre-arranged.
because they're not out there buying the music that a DJ is supposed to be collecting a lot of everything.
Yeah.
Not just the biggest hit.
Yeah, or even just
Exactly.
playing their own music only exclusively.
So
Yeah.
I guess, but again, you know, DJs in the world that I came from, DJing is like flipping through the record, trying to figure out what song you're gonna play next.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of the big guys, the whole set is already set up. And
Yeah,
they
that's what I
only,
mean,
They only
yeah,
do 1
prearranged.
hour, and that's it. They
Yeah.
jump around and.
Yell to the
But
mic.
that's the different thing.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
different
They're not
thing.
necessarily reading a crowd. They already know the set they're going to play, when they're going to bring in the tracks,
Yes.
how it's going to be
everything
arranged.
is synchronized.
Synchronized with the
minute.
visuals and all that
That's
stuff.
everything.
Yeah.
So if you could pass down one piece of knowledge into the next generation, and what do you want them to kind of strive for, or what would you like for them to be more like? Or just a
Well,
little piece of advice.
Most important thing, you have to love what you do. So whatever music makes you happy. After a while, you won't be liking the most obvious music. That's how the music goes. Usually the newer DJ, they like the stuff that's more obvious. Oh, unless you're like the touring DJ, you're already selling it out.
Yeah.
So just follow what you really love, because in the long run, the person that stands out is the person that's doing something different than everyone else. Because everyone else will do everyone else, and eventually people will just forget about that whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's one piece of advice. And you know what? Just do it for the love of it. Don't quit your day job. and don't try to take it too seriously.
Yeah.
Because after all, we just lucky to play music to people.
Yeah, people show up.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it doesn't
great.
have to be the song you think they want to hear.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
just be happy. Find your own
Do
sound.
what you love. Don't quit your day job.
And keep
Unless you
evolving.
can.
And keep evolving. You have to keep
Yeah.
evolving.
And you keep
Because
evolving.
A certain sound is popular at the moment, but a year later it might not be. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
that definitely goes into follow what you love, because if you keep
Yeah.
following that journey, you never know where it'll take
Yeah.
you
you.
never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, very cool.
That's all right. Just have fun.
Just have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're excited to hear your
We
set
will
through
bring
this
him
window.
back on the
but-
podcast and in a regular episode, so stay tuned for Kevin Shiu
For
coming
sure,
up
100%,
in
yeah.
the upcoming weeks.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks,
Thank
Kevin.
you.
Appreciate it.
Hello, everyone. We have Nikita here. He is a producer. Are you a DJ as well?
I am a DJ as well.
Brand new friend. We've never met him,
Yeah.
so let's get ourselves acquainted. Tell us how long you've been producing and what kind of genre and where have you been DJing?
So I have been producing for I think around 5 years now, and main genres I've been sticking to are techno and house music. And I do have 2 artist aliases. So first is Utro, which is spelled YTPO. So
Y2PO, yeah, okay, yeah.
Cool.
because I'm coming from Ukraine, so
Yeah.
my mother tongue is Russian, so more YTPO or Utro means morning.
Okay.
So that's I don't know. That's how
Morning,
it
Cool,
like
goes.
yeah,
morning
yeah.
time, right? Morning time.
Basically, yeah. And I have released my music myself,
Yep.
so I'm just kind of still starting out in the scene.
Yeah.
When it comes to DJing, though, I have not played many shows in that sense when it comes to techno music, but I have made quite a bit of shows of Ukrainian pop music here.
Oh,
And
cool.
I actually have a friend of mine, he's also somewhere around there chatting to everybody.
Yeah.
We are doing a show together, kind of, he does the drums live, and I just play the tracks.
Yeah.
So,
That's
Well,
cool,
very
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
And
it's-
whereabouts is that in Vancouver?
where do we play it?
Yeah, where's the show?
So we do that at Bar None.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bar None,
in
yeah.
Yaletown. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, of course, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, we do, shows. I think almost every single month there. Next
Very
one is going to
cool.
be March 8th.
There you go,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Good thing you're here. So I guess a little bit of your backstory and your history. Did you grow up in Ukraine or Russia?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I grew up in Kiev, so I came here actually to Vancouver around 2 years ago, just from
Okay.
there. So
Yeah.
right before the war started as an international student. And one thing I really like was what was very, very, very interesting about Vancouver in general. Before coming here, I started researching the scene, and online, I don't know, maybe I was not, searching right or something. I thought there was nothing, like nothing,
That's what a lot of
absolutely no
people say.
electronic
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Because there was no YouTube about it, just no reports.
Yeah.
And once I came here, some friends introduced me first to Dolly, and they had, I think, the producer meetup or something like that. They
Okay.
had it for quite a few times, and I just
Yeah.
went there for one time, got to know quite a few amazing people, and they introduced me to the whole world of underground.
That's how it works in
Yeah.
Vancouver. You meet one
Basically,
person and
One.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
connected.
If you meet the
Yeah.
wrong, or you start like meeting like maybe not the wrong people, like if you don't meet that one right person, I should say, it can feel like there's nothing.
There's
you know,
no
where do I listen to good
Yeah.
music? Who do I get to know in this industry? But like because of the nature of how connected everybody is, it's like you meet that one person, then they introduce you to everybody, they show you all the things, they're like, come and see everything, like, and then you go to the festivals and you go to the events and they teach you, and all the people who are like working in the industry are very down to earth and open to talking to people who are also, wanting to be a part of it. So it's like, it's not very shut off. Like people think Vancouver is very cliquey, and yes, it is. It's
Yeah.
extremely cliquey if you,
Very.
again, don't meet the right
Yeah.
one or two people, and that's it. Boom, you just get into it, and it just explodes.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, we've said that many times for
Yeah.
sure, and it's a lot of that experience has been replicated so many times. Even on this podcast, we've talked about it
Oh,
so many
for sure.
times. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, by the way, like, thank you very much for doing this podcast, because I
Yeah.
think, like, for somebody like me who just maybe come into the city or
Yeah.
have been in the city but have not met that right person, you guys are the right person. Like, literally.
Yeah. It's
We try
actually.
and connect people and things.
That's
Yeah.
exactly kind of like
Yeah.
what it kind of has turned into, because we didn't start it off as an interview thing, but once we started doing the interviews, it kind of introduces people to these people in a way that's so much deeper than you might be able to like just meeting them even in passing or whatever. And then, you know, you can build these relationships with them online and get to know them in person by seeing them at the events.
And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, doing stuff like this.
Yeah. Well, coming here is for sure a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I actually heard about it. What's interesting, still, the story about one person. So I came on Monday to open decks that Kevin does.
Yeah.
And I didn't even play there. I just, hey, it would be cool if I come.
Yeah.
He was, sure, yeah. So I came there. I actually had the chance to meet Joel.
Joel West, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And in general, Kevin, we chatted a little bit, and he's there. I think it was Northern Haus Studios actually. Like they were doing the event here.
Yeah.
And there was a poster, and they talked about it, shared a little bit of information. Like it's going to be one of the first things after COVID. So actually, Joel used to do something similar to the producers meetup.
Groundworks. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. And now it's the first thing after that. I'm like, that's awesome. Like I got to be here.
Absolutely. Come on out. So what got you into the electronic music scene?
That's actually like very interesting because when I was in school, I remember I'm coming actually from like classical music background.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm a guitar player by education, and at some point I wanted to try to pick up DJing, and I did not know what genre to go for, and the only electronic dance music genre that I knew, because some of my friends talked about it, was techno. So I kind of like started discovering this way.
Yeah.
And when I was learning DJing, I kind of started getting into that, and I wanted to actually create my own music. And now, I don't know, it's like an addiction. I can now
exactly. That's how it kind of connects to your soul and pulls it out of you. You know, it's just
absolutely. Yeah. So I guess coming from that classical background, going into techno, are there a lot of similarities, or are you bringing classical elements into your techno?
Well, honestly, in my experience personally, I do not do that. I find it actually kind of very, very different in a sense. Maybe like the structure-wise, the songs are built pretty much similar, but when it comes to the energy levels, to everything, it's completely different worlds, and that's probably the big part that I like about it. And energy levels, I think, it's a very important part to look at when making music, when listening to music, and stuff like that. So I noticed that in general, if we're discussing media, dance music is very, for example, separated from pop, at least here. Back in Ukraine, in Russia, in kind of even like once the USSR was flown over, the Eurodance started taking over, and basically the sound of pop music kind of got very aligned to the dance music, and that's, I don't know, that's probably kind of on that level.
No, absolutely. I used to listen to that music all the time. I mean, I still kind of do, but yeah, it was very much like, but it's like house music, but it's like with the vocals of pop music. You know, because they'll have verses and choruses, but to like a house beat.
And like the dances and the outfits too, which always fascinated me. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, and that's actually like, if we, in a retrospect, if you look at that, it looks like, just rave culture right there, but it was pop music. And I think that was, for me, that's kind of like a natural transition into electronic music. So that's why I kind of like to combine, sometimes more pop sounds, more darker sounds when doing techno music and stuff.
For sure. It's a good way to bring that, that up and down.
Okay, well, we can find you on Instagram, SoundCloud?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and all the musical platforms as well. So on Instagram, you can find me by Niki_disco.
Okay.
And on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere, you can find me by typing YTPO. And there should be a portrait of myself, and you can listen to some of my tracks.
Everything will be linked down below, so make sure to check him out and possibly see him on the future podcast.
Yeah, we should definitely get him on a long one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, well, it's great to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Never know what's happening.
We don't know who's coming on. It's all a surprise to us too. So
it's new to us. So stay tuned. DJ on Twitch pretty often.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't do anything important. So.
No, you got this. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they needed a supermodel on the set, so here I am.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Somebody's got to be.
That is balance it out.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah.
All right. We have Wreckage here with us. He is a Vancouver local, has a podcast, DJs, produces.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, we're gonna find out some things about you.
Okay, man, I'm down. I'm
Let's
completely
dig
down.
in. So, what kind of music do you love to play?
Oh man, see, like that's so crazy. That's a crazy question because
Yeah.
like I really like all types of music except for country.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like country, like cool. But like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we get it.
yeah,
Over there. Yeah, yeah.
I don't need that right now.
Yeah.
But like everything else is kind of open format. So like I would say like my favorites for sure is like obviously hip hop, Jersey club, which is like fucking. I love Jersey club. I've been loving it since I got into music. So ballet funk, reggaeton, also like synthwave. Like I like a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like if you fuck with synthwave.
Oh, I fuck with
Yeah.
something.
Yo, bring it the fuck in. Yes.
I like it too.
No, I'm not gonna hold you because I remember I was smoking a J and I was driving. Don't do that, kids.
Don't do it.
Don't drive high.
Not legal
Allegedly.
advice.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah.
But
Okay, we're around here.
my homie put me onto like a playlist and it was just a lot of deep house and like mix of stuff. And then I heard this group called like the Midnight,
Yeah.
and I was like, whoa, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is amazing. And I'm like driving on Highway 1 and I see like these giant buildings and the sun's going down. And I'm like, fuck, am I in Miami Vice?
Yeah.
Like,
It's driving music for sure.
It's straight.
It's so
That
good for
vibe.
driving.
it's so good that I'm like, next thing you know, it's like, I'm really late because I've listened to 2 albums. Supposed to be doing this gig. I'm like, oh, where am I? Like, what am I doing? But,
set prep. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
So cool. So you've been in and around the Vancouver music scene for how long?
Oh man, I would actually say about like, honestly, like 7 or 8 years. You know what I mean?
That's great.
Originally, I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, and I was actually teaching and slowly learning dancing. I was teaching out there, and then also learning how to DJ there. So I was with like a whole little cool group of mine that me and my homies made called like MITI, which was called Make It or Take It crew.
Cool.
So we were always like on that thrive of being creatives, and then I was always like around music and DJing. So after a while, I started to learn it, got into the nightlife, started to DJ and MC a lot of places in Edmonton, started opening up for artists, which was great. And then I started getting booked out here, and it was just consistent amount of work of getting booked out here.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Do I stay in Edmonton and freeze and fucking ooh, Oilers?
A little
Like,
chilly.
you know what I mean? Or should I just like move? Should I say fuck it, grab everything and come to Vancouver? And I just said, fucked it, grabbed everything, moved to Vancouver, and just
Worth
been,
it. Haven't looked back.
Yeah, I have not looked back. I don't really like. I go back just for like family and everything like that.
Of course.
But like, that's really about it.
Yeah.
Because it's cold as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
It's cold as fuck or it's hot as fuck, and it's not much in between.
Oh yeah, and even if the hot comes in, it's like oh, that was nice. It's cold again.
A little sprinkle of
Yeah.
That's how you
Like they go, oh, look at that. What's that? Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Yo, see?
Yeah.
Come on. Just
Back to the music.
Oh yeah.
What? So you work at Cabana now. Are you the resident there?
Yeah, I'm the resident and entertainment DJ there.
Yeah.
Resident and entertainment director there. I actually work for a group called Tubbs Entertainment.
Okay,
And so we do a lot of like nightlife and special events around the city. So Cabana is like kind of like our home ground there.
Yeah.
So we have Fridays and Saturday nights there. And so most of the time I'm usually there with my team, and my team will be like a couple other DJs like such as DJ Prince, DJ Niki, KG Fresh. Like there's a bunch of us in the city who are like multi-genre DJs. And they just DJ on the strip and try getting people to like I want to say I'm gonna break it down 2 ways. Where our goal is to get people unbelievably shit-faced. Yeah. But also when you're unbelievably shit-faced, just having a good time. Like every time everyone works a 9 to 5 and like, you know, whatever your position is in the world, like you busting your ass. So it's like when you come to the club, we want to come up to party. Do you have fun, let loose, and like that's our job, you know what I mean? It's to like hit you with bangers, hit you with throwbacks, get you in your feels, you know what I mean? Get to a point where you're like, everything is great. Oh, I want to go fuck. Oh, everything is great. You know what I mean? So that's
Bringing
my job
energy.
there.
Yeah. What would you say your favorite part about kind of the trajectory of your career has been, like where you're going?
I would say it's the I would say it's two things. It's meeting people and getting knowledge. Meeting people is really cool because it's like, for me, I may look like I'm like this outgoing dude, but I'm such an introvert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times where I'm like,
You got to recharge.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I was the same way because everybody thinks of me as an extrovert, and before I understood the psychology of it, I was like, yeah, I guess I'm an extrovert. I go out, I meet people and whatever. It's just like, but like, I sometimes will be like, I just need to sit down and not. And then like I can go into a place and be like, I'm just not in the mood for this.
Right.
And I could go home and not say a word to anybody for 4 days straight and be totally fine with that.
Happiness.
But like then I'm ready to go back out again, right? It's just like, you know.
and it's crazy because like all it is just like, yeah, you're right. It's like you need that recharge. You know what I mean? Like being in the nightlife is really, it's really fun, energetic, but can be taxing just on your mental and on your body. So there's moments where it's like I even say to myself, and I tell all my homies and everyone, I'm like, yo, listen, when it's Sunday, don't call me. I don't really give a fuck unless you're dying.
Yeah.
If you're dying, okay, cool.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
But if you're calling me to say hi, my social battery is
done.
Yeah.
Let me just
You've
chill.
expended it all.
Yeah, like let me just chill out. Let me just have a moment to myself so I can recharge and give that energy back to the crowd.
That's
because
right,
that's really what it is. It's like even when I'm emceeing as well, like I'm really talking to the crowd, really getting them to like just wild out and have fun, because it's like when you're letting go and you're having fun, you're not worried about everything else. And then once that's done, you feel as though like there's like a weight lifted off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have that euphoric feeling.
Yeah.
They've had an experience. You've given that experience a beautiful give and take.
Yeah.
It's like a whole performance.
No,
and,
100. See,
yeah.
bring that in because you're a DJ, so you know this.
You understand.
You know this, man.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Yeah, not a lot of people realize that.
No,
too,
for sure.
That's a cool aspect.
Okay, let me ask you a question then.
Sure.
As a DJ, you know, I don't mean to like take
This is a good place to plug your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have a
podcast.
podcast. Definitely go check us out.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just plug the podcast in. Shout out DJ Kenya.
Oh man, get over it.
That's the man, boy. That's the boy. That's the boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, pull up, man. Pull up, man.
Let's get mic'd up.
Double chocolate.
Oh no, here comes trouble.
All right. Just
set up.
pinch that on you here.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Boom.
Sounds gonna go really well. You're gonna get canceled.
No, it's good.
Content is content.
Yeah.
Content.
Anyway, you had a question.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Question for you is, as a DJ, and I know you DJ places, but especially when you're out, how much do you hate this?
Oh, the recording. Yeah, the
my
phone
goodness.
stuff.
Scale of 1 to 10, like how much do you hate it?
Oh, well, I've only ever gotten it once, and it was for a request for Fred again. And I was like, listen, I'm going to play this for you, but it's an unreleased Fred again, so I really hope you appreciate this. I had to go over and tell them about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not.
Oh, like the request thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, otherwise, like, I was going to ignore it. But I was like, oh, wait, it's a very specific request, and I have a very specific answer for you. But other than that.
That might be the most frustrating experience in human existence.
Yeah.
When people ask for artists, then you play that artist.
But they weren't even happy at the end
they
of
don't
it.
know that particular song
So
of
they're
that particular
upset with
artist.
you now,
So
like,
then they come
oh my
back and
God.
shoot
So
on you
they don't
anyway.
even care.
I'll be honest, yo,
Yeah.
you're so fucking nice.
Too nice.
Yeah,
Oh, oh my
You
God.
are nice. Listen, I gotta give you that.
Well, no, I thought it
would
was
never-
backwards because I was like, well, I'm going to meet your request, but in my personal way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to do what you want me to do because I'm up here giving a performance. I'm trying to lead the crowd in whatever way that we're going this way. You want to go that way. Okay, I'm going to pick a song that's going to go this way as well, you know?
Whenever I've played at like a
But I don't do it
private
much.
party or whatever, because I'm not a working DJ like she is, but whenever I've played at like parties and there's people there that be like coming up and asking for like requests, I'm like, no.
That's it.
No.
Can I tell you what I say?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
This is I feel like is a great tried and tested path. People say, hey, can I give a request? All you say is, no, but you can give a suggestion.
Suggestion, yeah.
I always take suggestions. That's my line.
Yeah.
Do you take requests? I always take
Suggestions,
suggestions.
Yeah.
Suggestions.
I mean, these guys are.
So nice.
Yeah.
What do you say? What do you do?
Ah! Top tip, everybody. Write this one down. Write this one down.
It's not also like it's $5. Listen, if it's $5, I really couldn't give five.
Yeah.
If it's $10,
Like,
if
If it's my favorite song right now, fine. Let's do it. Yeah,
it's anything that's 50 and up, okay, you have my
yeah.
Because realistically, as DJs, we're like you said, we're taking people on trips.
Yeah.
We're trying to get you to expand.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to take you on trips when your ass wants to go to Albuquerque when we're trying to go fuck, we going to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
This is a detour.
We could stop off in Arizona, but we can't get to Albuquerque. Yeah, damn.
Actually, this is a thing that's kind of segues to me when I have parties. When I have parties at my place, you know, I'm the music nerd, so I'm always like, I want to play the music, and I'm gonna make sure that like there's a good set on or like a playlist that's like cohesive or whatever. And then you always have that girl, usually, but not always, that wants to play. Can I play one song? Can I play that one song? And I was like, if I'm in a good mood, I'll be like, you can play your song, but now you're accepting responsibility for the music for the next hour. And if you're not ready to take that responsibility, then you can't play your song.
So true.
So that's me being nice. If I'm in a good mood, I'll be like, you know what?
I like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, man.
If you want to take that responsibility, because then if they say yes, then they're a music nerd in their own way.
Right.
And I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I can pass the torch on to them. But like if they're like, oh no, I just want to play the one song, I was like, no.
In a professional setting, unfortunately, it's not an option.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, I'm just
When it comes to the money thing, I turn down obscene amounts of money. I'm obsessed with my flow, my particular shit.
Yeah.
I really look at it like, if you fuck up this moment of what I'm creating, then you're gonna fuck up literally my month to month, week to week, year to year, supporting my family, my mortgage, my house payments, like I'm over the top. Serious about every mix, every track. So it's like if I don't want to play that, dude, it's like sure, $500. You know what I mean? Like that.
If the song means that much to them, then they can hire you for a private set. You know, like play whatever song you want. You know.
See, I hate you on that. You know what I mean? Like especially it's like if you're DJing and you're in the peak of DJing, you have people palm your hands.
Worth way more.
I'm gonna turn down the money. But if you catch me at the cusps of and the money's good,
go for it.
It's 240. It's 240 in the club. Everybody's blitz out of their mind, and you're at the end of your playlist. Sure, we could have a discussion. You know,
but let's all agree that person that comes up and is throwing that suggestion right at that peak hour. When you've been building up, you've been working on that bachelorette table, you've been working on the homies on the side, and finally everybody's in, and then everybody that's coming in is just in, and you just got everybody in your zone, and they just want you to change BPM, change genre, change style, change everything. Like that.
Get this guy out of here.
No, they clearly don't understand what you're sacrificing if you just break even 1 minute, even 30 seconds, 10 seconds. It affects, man.
It does.
And non-DJs don't understand that.
And this is the thing that really frustrates me about how little club DJs get paid is that people don't realize that like this person you're giving $150, $200 to is dictating the entire success of your night tonight.
So true.
Like nothing else in that club matters except for what that DJ is doing. And if that DJ wants to shit the bed for you, you just lost out on 20, 30, 40, 50,000 plus in revenue. And you're giving this guy $200, 300, like, I mean, like, it just blows my mind.
See,
like,
clubs that do that don't ask.
And that's the thing. It's like when that happens. For me as a DJ, like if I get offered it, and it is below my minimum. I look at it two ways. One, I look at it like this. Is this really important? Will this help me gain a little bit of money? Possible. Am I going to have fun?
Yeah, that's the key.
That's another thing. Am I actually going to have fun? You know, there's times I've taken a gig that was like $200, and it was the funnest fucking night of my life. Funnest fucking night of my life.
Worth
and
it.
I've taken gigs that are like fun. That are like at least fucking let's go 5K.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I made money.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
paid
matters.
my bills.
I
You know.
did. I am
Yeah.
able to eat for another month.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's so true, and that really matters as well. Is the fun aspect of it, or does it pay my bills? Is it worth it for me to be
it's
there?
that inverse
Because
relationship.
you're giving
When
all
you're first
this
starting out.
time
Yeah.
and energy
Yeah, of course.
and everything like that too towards a gig, and you walk away feeling like you're less than what you were before, and you're not being reciprocated by either that was a lot of fun or that was worth it to me. Then it's like you kind of lose that little bit of sparkle that you have for this industry.
That's how
for the club
because I do
and everything
photography.
like that.
That's like when people want me to do like product photography, or sometimes weddings can be a lot of fun, but sometimes it's just a churn, and it's like when I'm doing that, I'm just like, okay, well, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But like if I do a shoot where it's like somebody who's creative and it's fun or whatever, and
Dynamic.
it's
things
just
are
like
happening.
I don't even worry about the money at that point. Sometimes I'm just so in the zone. It's just like I just want to create, feed off that energy. It's just an experience, and of course you want to make money, because if you don't make money doing that, then you may not have the opportunity to do it again because you're not sustaining yourself. So
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah.
So I guess go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, you're all right,
Yeah.
but I also find that if you're DJing consistently, there's a point that every DJ reaches where it's like, this is no longer my hobby.
Yeah. This is a career.
Somebody
This is a
come
career.
along and say, hey man, here's 2 G's to DJ my wedding. I just want some fucking It's like, 2 G's for a night's not that bad.
Yeah,
So
not that bad.
you
Yeah.
have to kind of, and then like that is like something that like, when people come to me and start to talk, hey, I'm starting out DJing, I'm doing this, here's what's going good, here's what's going bad. I always lead with that. I'm like, look, man, you've got a good job and you got money in your pocket and like you're doing your own thing, then just like play what you want.
Yeah.
Fuck requests, fuck figure out what you like, figure out the sound you like, and play for fun. Make it your like make
Expression,
it your something that you get joy from,
Yeah.
right? But
Absolutely.
anybody that I'm calling to like work with on a professional level, it's like, fuck,
gotta be
dude, like
professional.
this is how we pay our bills. This is
Yeah.
how that's the only people I want to work with, because that's the people that I know are gonna do the right thing.
Yeah.
In a moment where they lose the crowd, something bad happens, somebody comes up, spills a drink, breaks a deck. Like they're gonna do the right thing. They're not gonna flip out, stop the night, or they're not gonna like tell someone to fuck off, punch someone's face.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna deal with all that shit. They're gonna deal with that as professionals because they need that. That's their rent. That's their livelihood. So it's like, if you're junior peeps that are doing it for music, keep it for the music. Forget about everything else. But the minute if you ever once you cross that line, the line's crossed. And to work with people that are doing this all the time, every day, every night, every weekend, then you gotta understand, like, now it's our profession.
Yeah. And that's where you guys are at. Like, it's just every week.
Absolutely.
Gotta keep pushing it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's why we got you guys on here. We gotta
I would
explore
love to
that
have you
side
both
of the-
back on for a huge
Yeah, we should get you on a
podcast.
Oh, we're there.
Yeah, we could go deep dive for
yeah.
sure. This is just a little,
Definitely.
just the tip.
I love that you guys are doing this. This is a
Thank
part.
you.
This is a wrinkle in the game that I'm late to because I'm an old school dinosaur, fucking
me too,
ancient
but we're-
fucking motherfucker.
That's why
So,
you got
if I-
Spoiler
if I
alert,
can-
Kenny and I are the same age.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.